Good morning students. Today we are going to learn excretory system. Human excretory system. Before going to human excretory system, we have to learn that what is excretion. Excretion means to bring out the waste material from the body. In lower organism, excretory material is quite simpler than the terrestrial organism. There are four types of organisms are found on the basis of excretory material, wastage material. So, in lower organism, the excretory material is maybe amino acid, maybe ammonia, it may be urea, it may be uric acid. So, in the living organism, the organisms are classified into four categories, that is aminotelic, ammonotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic. Now, what is aminotelic? The simplest way that metabolic waste, all the organisms are based on protein metabolism. So, the body's system of the animals is based on protein metabolism. And if protein metabolized, it produces nitrogenous waste material. So, nitrogenous waste is amino acid, and directly in some fishes, directly amino acid get released into outside the body. So, the aminotelic means to excrete amino acid directly. In some aquatic life organism, freshwater organism, their protein metabolism create ammonia. Ammonia is less soluble in the water, so they require more amount of water to dissolve the ammonia and get rid of this ammonia. So, in lower organism which are lives in fresh water, the water continue circulate along their body. So, water is abundant. So, the excretory material ammonia is dissolved in the water and get diffused out through the body surface like hydra, like amoeba, protozoa class protozoa, like Coelenterata, etc. Now, in terrestrial organism, the amount of water is limited. They are not dealing with the continuous flow of water throughout the body. So, the ammonia is toxic in them. So, it has to be converted. Ammonia has to convert into some less toxic substance. So, the ammonia is get converted into urea, which is less toxic than the ammonia, and it is also soluble into the water. So, on the terrestrial organism like human being, amphibians, the ammonia convert into urea in the liver. So, liver is the organ which convert the ammonia into liver, and then ammonia convert into urea in the liver, and from liver this urea moves to kidney for excretion. Now, some organism like birds and reptiles, they are having very small amount of water. At that place urea is toxic. So, birds and reptile convert this ammonia into uric acid, not in urea. So, uric acid is completely harmless and it is found in the form of crystal, and that it can be stored in the body without any harm. So, in birds and reptile, uric acid is found. So, organisms are of four types: aminotelic, ammonotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic. Now we are concerning about the human excretory system. So, human excretory system contains excretory organ. We have excretory organ like pair of kidney, pair of ureter open into urinary bladder, and from urethra it moves out to the body. So, excretory organ, excretory system is there. Some other organ also play important role in excretion like skin. Skin secretes sweat. So, along with the sweat, some amount of urea, sodium chloride also and water also came out from the body. So, skin is kind of excretory organ. Our lungs is kind of excretory organ because they excrete carbon dioxide into atmosphere. So lungs and skin are also a kind of excretory organ, but they do not deal with the directly into nitrogenous waste came out from the body. So in human being, the excretory material urea, which is developed in the liver, came into the kidney with the help of blood, and from kidney the urea is filtered from the blood and it moves out with the urine. Our urine is yellow color due to pigment urochrome, and the amount of urea is vary according to the amount of urine. So human excretory system consists of a pair of kidney which is attached with the peritoneal membrane. Peritoneal membrane से dorsal side of the body, lower abdomen में attached है. Pair of kidney on dorsal side of vertebral column attached with the peritoneum on the dorsal wall, lower abdomen dorsal wall of the body. It is dark red in color. Dark red in color kidneys. Right kidney is posteriorly located. Left and right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney because above the right kidney there is a liver. Liver is the largest organ in the body. So largest gland in the body. So largest organ is skin, largest gland is liver. So due to presence of liver, right kidney is slightly posteriorly located. Weight of each kidney is 120 to 170 gram. It is concave and convex both. Here look, the surface area of outer part of kidney is convex and this one part is concave part. So it is called concavo-convex part. Inner surface which is concave, that is called hilum, from which the renal artery, renal vein moves out and into the kidney. So hilum. The kidney structure of shape of the kidney is a bean shape, slightly depressed in the center, which is called hilum. Inner surface is hilum. The length of the kidney is 10 to 11 centimeter. Width of the kidney is 5 to 6 centimeter, and thickness of the kidney is 2 to 3 centimeter. From pelvis area, this one, the inner area which is funnel shape, this is called pelvis. Here the pelvis. From pelvis, ureter is open out and came out, and both the ureter run parallel with each other and open into a bag-like structure called urinary bladder. This ureter are completely muscular and peristaltic movement found in it, which carry the urine from anterior to posterior. So from ureter, the urine filled in the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a sac-like structure, thick muscular structure, rigid structure, and it is regulated with the sphincter valve. So on the feeling of urinary bladder, the urge initiate into the urinary bladder, and here is a valve which control sphincter, which control the amount of urine stored into the urinary bladder. Now the urethra. Urethra means excretory passage. In a male, urinary bladder open into urethra. Urethra is a long 10 to 15 centimeter long passage which runs through the penis, and it is called urethra. In man, the opening of a urinary bladder found found below the anus, but in female it is on the above the vagina. Urinary bladder found above the vagina. In female, urethra, the 10 to 15 centimeter long part is absent. So in female, urethra is absent, but in male, urethra is 10 to 15 centimeter long passage which carry through the penis. And this urethra is divided into three parts: prostate part or urethral part, where prostate gland carry their secretion into this, and membranous part, which is the middle part between prostate and the penis, and the third one is penile part, which is carry through the penis, corpus spongiosum, carry through the corpus spongiosum of the penis and open outside on the anterior part of the penis. So here is the excretory system, organ system of the human being. Now we will see internal structure of kidney. Internal structure of kidney. Kidney is a bean-shaped structure. The narrow part is called hilum. This one is the convex part. This one is the concave part. Concave part is hilum. Kidney is divided into, above the kidney, there is one thing remaining. Above the kidney, both the kidney, there is an adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is endocrine gland found as a cap-like structure above each kidney. So, in each kidney there are an adrenal gland like a cap over there. Each kidney is divided into two parts, outer cortex and inner medulla. Outer cortex and inner medulla. Outside the cortex there is a capsule-like structure, rigid, fibrous, connective tissue containing structure is called renal capsule. So outermost structure is this one, is the renal capsule. Below the renal capsule, the kidney divided into two major parts, that is cortex and medulla. The inner one is called medulla. At some places, cortex deeply embedded into medulla. Here, this one is the, when cortex layer, the cortex layer deeply embedded into medulla. Again, the cortex layer embedded in those medulla. Again, this cortex line embedded into medulla. Resultant medulla appears like a pyramid. Here is this medulla, this one is medulla, this one is medulla. So, medulla appear like a pyramid because of penetration of cortex deeper into medulla at some places. Resultant, the medulla appears like a pyramid, that is called medullary pyramid. And the place where between two pyramid, this one is the cortex part. So the part of the cortex found between two pyramid is called columns of Bertini. Columns of Bertini, this one is columns of Bertini. So cortex penetrates into medulla and form columns of Bertini. Medulla appears like a pyramid. Now the base of the pyramid, this base of the pyramid, this base of the pyramid are called calyx. Base of the pyramid are called calyx. This one. Base of each pyramid is called calyx. All the calyx united to form collecting duct, and all the collecting duct are gathered in the funnel-like area. This one is the funnel-like area. This is called pelvis. And from pelvis, it came out into the ureter. So urine came out through the ureter by a funnel-like structure called pelvis. Pelvis is a common passage where all the calyces open. All the calyces of pyramid opens. Now, renal artery came into the kidney. Artery distribute the blood, pure blood. So renal artery came and becomes branch, and it goes to each and every pyramid. In pyramid, there is a structure called Henle loop. This one are linings are called the Henle loop of nephrons. In the cortex, there is a granular structure found in the cortex. Cortex appear granular, danedar, because of the presence of Bowman's capsule. About 10 to 12 lakh Bowman capsule found in each kidney. Bowman capsule. That is Bowman capsule and the loop of Henle and the complete structure for excretion is called nephron. So nephron are found in the cortex part. Nephron is divided into two parts. That one is the Bowman's capsule and the tubular part. So here in cortex, that is Bowman's capsule are found in the cortex and the tubular part found in the medulla. This type of kidney is called metanephric kidney. Metanephric kidney means the Bowman capsule, PCT, DCT. This part are found in the cortex and the descending limb, ascending limb and loop of Henle found in the medulla. This one is called metanephric kidney. So kidney is outer cover is rigid, fibrous, connective tissue containing, that is called renal capsule. External cortex, internal medulla. Cortex is granular due to Malpighian tubule. Part of cortex embedded into medulla called columns of Bertini. Malpighian body, PCT, DCT are found in the cortex. Henle lobe and collecting duct are found in medulla. Due to deep insertion of cortex into medulla, pyramids appear into medulla, which opens into calyx and finally into pelvis area. This one is the internal structure of kidney. The unit of excretion is called nephron. Each kidney innervated with 10 to 12 legs of nephron. So we will going to see internal structure of a nephron. Detailed structure of nephron. What is nephron? Is the unit of excretion. Now we will see nephron. Here is a structure of nephron. The unit of excretion. Structure of nephron. We have seen that this cup-like structure found in the cortex part. Due to this cup-like structure, cortex appear granular. So there is a cup-like structure which is called Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule contain inner and outer wall. The wall of the Bowman's capsule is lined by squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, this one, squamous epithelium. So, wall of the Bowman's capsule lined by the squamous epithelium. This structure carry in a thin, long neck. Then, a highly coiled tubular part is called PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. This one, proximal convoluted tubule. In neck area, ciliated epithelium is found, which carry the glomerular filtrate into the PCT. So, ciliated epithelium provide the direction basically. So, proximal convoluted tubule is the highly coiled part just after the neck area. It is lined by cuboidal epithelium. It is lined by cuboidal epithelium. Epithelial membrane is a single layer membrane. It may be more than one layer, 2 to 3 layer are also found at some places. Then it is called stratified. So here is a cuboidal epithelium layer. Then this convoluted part becomes straight and called as descending limb. So it is descending limb. To carry the filtrate, descending position. It is lined with a simple squamous epithelium. This carry the filtrate towards the hairpin like banded part called loop of Henle. From loop of Henle, the filtrate moves to ascending limb. This one is the ascending limb, like descending, ascending limb. From ascending limb, again a convoluted part is occurred. This is called, which is lined by cuboidal epithelium and called distal convoluted tubule. Distal matlab dur, proximal matlab pass. So just near the neck is proximal convoluted part. Far from the neck is distal convoluted part, which is again surrounded with the cuboidal epithelium. Distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule becomes flat and open into the collecting duct. And collecting duct again innervated with the ciliated epithelium. The Bowman's capsule carry the glomerulus. And what is this glomerulus? Here in the internal structure of the kidney we have seen that renal artery came inside the kidney, renal artery, because it supplies the blood. So the major renal artery enter through the hilum and then it becomes branched, and only endothelium layer of the blood vessel becomes arteriole, because we know that how many nephron are found in the cortex part? 10 to 12 lakh. Each nephron has Bowman capsule, and in each Bowman capsule there is a network of arteriole. So the main artery branch into many branches, and then finally all the branches divides into lakhs of endothelial branches, and it is called arteriole. It also called capillaries. So afferent arteriole which enter into each Bowman capsule, and a network of this blood capillary is called glomerulus, and it move away from the Bowman capsule is called efferent arteriole. So glomerulus is the bunch of arteriole capillary which enter into Bowman's capsule and move out from the Bowman's capsule. When it enter, it called afferent arteriole. When it move out, it is called efferent arteriole. This is called glomerulus. So basically it carry the blood into Bowman's capsule. So this one is made up of only endothelial layer of the blood vessel. We know that blood vessel is made up of 3 layers: tunica externa, tunica media, tunica interna. 3 layers are found in the blood vessel. So when it becomes arteriole, only the internal layer, endothelial layer, tunica intima, tunica interna is forming a capillary. So glomerulus is highly thin, and it carry all the plasma, liquid, dissolved carbohydrate, protein, everything get filtered out. So the glomerulus is the endothelial layer. Bowman capsule has a layer called podocyte. Podocyte layer, inner. So the podocyte layer and the endothelial becomes one, and it form filtration surface here. The filtration surface. Filtration surface is the combination of endothelium layer of the blood capillary and the podocyte of the Bowman's capsule. They become ultrafiltration membrane, and it filters the blood, filtered the complete structure from the blood into this cavity, lumen of the Bowman's capsule. Here is the lumen. Here the filtrate came, blood filtered here, and all the liquid material, all the plasma, all the small substances, these are the porous structure. The porous structure carry the dissolved substance. It carry the molecule which are at the size of 100 to 200 angstrom. So it filter all the things from the blood which are smaller than the 100 to 200 angstrom. So it becomes glomerular filtrate here. Now glomerular filtrate, here we are not calling the urine because all the useful part get filtered here. So the useful parts, it is called glomerular filtrate. Again the useful part are get absorbed in different part of the tubular part. Many of the things, 80% of the useful things of the glomerular filtrate are again reabsorbed in the proximal convoluted tubule. Water absorbed from the descending limb. And from the ascending limb, sodium and chloride and mineral iron get reabsorbed. From the distal part, again the water and potassium ion get reabsorbed. From collecting duct, the water is again reabsorbed, and when the filtrate came into collecting tubule, it becomes urine. So when it enters into collecting duct, then we will call it urine. So next we will see the ultrafiltration from this nephron, the mechanism of ultrafiltration.